Hi everybody, welcome back to Fox Family Farm. It's good to be back with you. I've been teasing you about the game videos coming up and got a whole table full of them today just to make an introduction for you. And we've started gaming quite a long time ago with an introductory game that we started with, and I'll make mention of that pretty soon and show you what we have on the table here. But if you want to have good family times and get off the TV once in a while, board games are a great way to do that. And so we've been getting one every year from Gifts and Things for Christmas. And so our table here, when you see it, is full of some pretty cool games that will keep your family talking and having a good time together throughout the year. And as a matter of fact, we're going out to our sons to play a game tonight. So this is the Fox Family beginning of our video series on strategic board games for your family. And this is what's been great for us over the years. And we'll get right into this in just a moment here. So thanks for watching. All right, so here we are with a little bit of a bird's eye view, funny with Wingspan there, of the games that we have, and I'll give you an overview here, but you can see, took them all off the shelf to do that, so just get a imagination here. It's 9 feet long table here in our dining room, so that's what it looks like off the table. So we'll go through these quickly. So we're gonna do the top 10 of our games starting in the next video. We'll start with number 10, but today I'll just give you a little bit of overview of what we've got over the years. So one of our newer games is Wingspan here. This is a popular game. If anybody has joined Board Games Geek, you can get the app for that on your phone. You'll see many of these games listed. It's Terraforming Mars, and there's some expansions to some of these too, which we have as well. Trekking the National Parks, Cascadia, got that one last year. Everything kind of began for us with Settlers. I'll mention that a little bit later. And there's a whole bunch of those ones. Carcassonne has been around for a while too. You can tell our box has been with us for a while. Le Havre is one that we got a few years ago. Puerto Rico has been with us too for a while. Dominant Species, you may have heard. That's a great ecological game to understand how things are connected. Robinson Crusoe there, and Agricola and Caverna, somewhat related but really cool games. Great Western Trail was one of the top 10 games on Board Games Geek. We just haven't figured out how to play it very well yet. Everdell is another one. Of course, Ticket to Ride has many additions and expansions as well. And Viticulture is another one we got in touch with our oldest son, Christian and Macy, and their family in Georgia, who found that one for us. So I want to come back to the beginning to show you how this all started. You can kind of tell by the oldest looking set of games. Over 20 years ago, we came across this game, Settlers of Catan. You may have heard of that. It's been popular throughout the years, but this was our introductory game that we got that got us into board games in the modern era. And the one we like the expansion the most of is Seafarers, which gives you a fuller base to play on. So that really got us going in this, and it led to everything else that we have on this table. It's like an entry-level game. So if you're not really familiar with this type of board game yet, and you don't know how long you want to get into it, or if it's something that's too much of a commitment, Settlers of Catan is just a great place to start. And I think you may like that, and that'll open the door up for you if you want to get into some things. Probably the longest game that we have here that takes to play is Caverna, I would say. You can easily spend 5 hours playing Caverna, but it's well spent, and that's probably the longest one. I would say that some of these other ones are in the 3-hour range, 2 to 3 hour range, such as Dominant Species and some others. You can do Settlers of Catan in probably an hour and a half, to an hour and a half, depending on how you play. So over the years, these have been well used in our family, and we're going to figure out which the top 10 are. And so our next video will be the number 10 of our favorites, and we'll go all the way to the top. And if you have questions or comments, please go ahead and put them below. We'd be glad to respond to you. Again, Board Game Geek is my favorite place to go to find out about games, and you can even add into your collection there and your gameplay in it. So a little news for them to have. So there you go from Fox Family Farm. Again, this is Bill. Glad to have you folks aboard, and have fun gaming. We'll talk to you again soon.